Hey guys, here I am catching up with my daily vlogs. This is the end of, well, it's 9:43 p.m. on Tuesday the 10th, and I am cooking some dinner. I'm making these fun like mason jar meals where I like cut up cucumbers, grape tomatoes, kale, and I'm about to put some cooked quinoa on top of this and then seal the lid. And then the steam from the hot quinoa that's just getting done cooking will melt this cheese and kind of steam the veggies a bit. So I really love doing this. And then I did this early in the week and I made extras. And you just seal them up and put them in your fridge. And then you just cook one time and you can grab these like lovely salads every time. Whoa, this acted as a bounce for a second, reflecting on my face. But yeah, it's like this little like Tupperware. And these jars were so cheap. I got them at Whole Foods. They were like a little more than $1. But I've really been loving them. We also don't have a microwave, so I have been making tea in a jar and then putting it in hot water as a double boiler if I need to reheat it. So these jars are super useful for that as well. Right, and then like taking it as a thermos. I know, so hipster, mason jars, and like I have a mason jar base too, but I swear it's like super useful. Yeah, so what I did today, I'm sorry, someone has commented like, can you please show more of you going around and doing day to day? I totally will. I have to delete some old things off my phone or post them so that I have space to create things on my phone because my storage is always full. But what I did today was I hung out with my friend Alina Renee, who's a beautiful model. She is 6 foot tall. She signed with BMG NY, and I will put her info in the description below. She is my pal, and I'm so grateful that we've been hanging out. She's been like helping me with some of the adjusting to living here, and it's so helpful to just like have friends who are here to call upon. Then, after I met with Alina, we got coffee, and then I went to Drama Bookshop, which is on 40th, I believe. So not too far from Times Square, which is 42nd. And I picked up some plays that I've been meaning to read. This one is Lee Blessing's A Body of Water. Sorry, it's backwards right now. But this is one of the plays that my acting coach has me doing a monologue from. So I will post my monologue from this when it's ready. And I have another one from Alexandra Gerson's My Kind of Love that is pretty much ready to be seen publicly. So when I get back home and get my real camera, I'll make a video of that. And then Feminine Ending by Sarah Treem. I read almost all of this on the train back to my house. It is incredible. It's basically about a girl who moves to New York. I bought it because it's like, Amanda, 25, wants to be a great composer, but at the moment she's living in New York City and writing advertising jingles to pay the rent while her fiance Jack pursues his singing career. And it's about like a struggle with her mother, and then like it's about the nature of like what is love really, and like what is the purpose of being an artist, and like struggling with like what is really the meaning of notoriety. And like commercial work versus like work for yourself. But yeah, so that's a really interesting play. And there's some good monologues in there, so maybe I'll pull something out of there as well. If you're looking for monologues, hold on, I'm watching my quinoa at the same time. Got it? Yeah, you can see the quinoa is just over there on the stove cooking. If you're looking for monologues, I really recommend going to a place like Drama Bookshop and just reading. Like my teachers would always say, just go read plays, find something that speaks to you. Don't necessarily choose it on the advice of someone else, because they might have told 10 other people to use that same monologue. And also don't necessarily use a monologue book, because think how many other actors have bought that monologue book. Like loads of people are going to be using that monologue, and if it is also not from a complete play, you can't like do your whole character work and research and stuff like that. So I recommend just reading plays until you find something that speaks to you. It's definitely more time consuming, but it's worthwhile to find a really good piece. Then I bought this, and this is part of my to-do list. Somebody left me a comment on one of my other daily vlogs that was like, well, why don't you just do your to-do list instead of talking about it? It's like, I am doing it at the same time I'm talking about it. But This is a list made by Samuel French of all of the agents that they recommend in Los Angeles, New York, Chicago, and other regional markets, including California, Pennsylvania, and Florida. So some quote on the back was, as a newly SAG-eligible actor, which I also am, finding just the right agent is very important to me. With this book, I feel assured that is exactly what is in my future. So part of the reason I came to New York was to pursue representation, and I didn't want to have to cold call people, but at the same time, without a reference, which I have a lot of friends in the performing arts, I don't have a lot who are signed yet, because a lot of them are young and just starting out like me. So this is a list of all the agencies in those markets, and then like some information at the beginning on how to submit to them. And like how they accept submissions, if they accept cold calls, like who the staff are, and it's updated for fall of 2016. And then just to be sure, I got this lovely printout from Drama Bookshop of all the agents accepting submissions in January of 2017. So I hope these are useful. I hope they're not just a money sink, because I think that there are a lot of things for people who are getting started in the industry that are just a money grab, and you never really see any benefit from them. So we'll have to see. I hope that this will be a good investment. And I hope like I can expand the wealth by like sharing them with friends. So if you guys need any information from these books, let me know. You can get them at Drama Bookshop. So yeah, other than that, this vlog is getting kind of long. So I will just say, okay, about 1 minute and 53 seconds left on my quinoa. I'll just say that I'm going to make dressing while I do this. I will just say that I am going to to LA tomorrow. No, I'm driving back to Boston tomorrow, and on Thursday morning I fly out to LA. So I'll be out there doing some of the same stuff and then shooting with a photographer out there that I work with named Ilona Schwartz. I'm not saying her last name right, but I'll put her information in the description below. We've worked together before. She went to Yale and I was in her senior thesis. Oh, this is pesto. I thought it was mustard. Anyway, we're going to work together again, which should be amazing, and I'm going to, learn the lay of the land in LA as well as I try to figure out, what city is right for me to make my next step as I'm gearing up to, try to open myself up to bigger markets outside of Boston, which is where I have been working and where I'm from. So that is all I have to say for today's daily vlog. I hope that everyone has been out there seizing the day and doing their thing. Comment below something that you did today that was on your to-do list and scared you, but you did it anyway, which was me picking up these books. So yeah, lots of love, and let me know. Bye.